Hey everyone, I am back. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. I hope that you have had an absolutely wonderful and amazing week. For those of you who, oops, what is my computer doing here? Okay. For those of you who tune in every single Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here live on Black Women Empowered Incorporated Facebook page, YouTube, and LinkedIn Live. Welcome back. Thanks for joining here. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. For those of you who don't know me, I am in the Tampa Bay area of Florida, sunny Florida. Uh, so let me know where you're tuning in from in the chat. And for those of you who are new to Mental Health Moment is all about how do you work on becoming the best version of who you are so you can show up powerfully for yourself and for the people around you. And also, if you didn't know, it's one of my favorite months of the year, you all. So it is May. I can't believe we're already in May, which is crazy. But it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So before I start today, a couple quick announcements, and then I want to share with you some tips, daily things that you can do, easy things, hopefully quick, easy things that you can do to better your mental health. Because I know we don't all have a lot of time on our hands because we're all busy. But thanks for those who are starting to join here. Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. Again, let me know where you're tuning in from in the chat. One announcement, actually, let me see if I can put it in the chat. Is to I announced it last week, but let me see if it's going to go through. I think for some reason, I don't know why my comments won't go through to it LinkedIn, but on Facebook and YouTube, you should see it. So mindresetchallenge.com. For those of you who can't see the comment, mindresetchallenge.com is where you can go. I'll be hosting all this month a 30-day mind reset challenge. And what that is small, like quick things that you can do each day for 30 days, because I know you all take the time to do physical detoxes and all that sort of thing, which is great and important. But we also have to make sure that we're taking care of our mind and our mental health and our wellness, right? On the emotional part, on the mental part, super important. So again, mindresetchallenge.com is where you can go for that. The other thing is I will be going live on Mondays, every Monday for the month of May. This wonderful mental health awareness month. It'll actually be on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you guys can make it, it'll be on not this platform, but my personal platforms, which is the Dr. Nekeshia Hammond, which is right here on the screen for you. So I will be live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, or Instagram. So if you have any of those social media channels, I'll be live, like I said, every Monday for the month of May, talking about the Mind Reset Challenge. Two other quick announcements, and I promise you I will let you know what today's mental health moment is. Let me see what date that is. Yes. Okay. So on Wednesday, May 21st, if you're in the Daytona Beach area of Florida or plan to be, I will be speaking at the Who is Jay conference. So it's whoisjay.org is where you can go to register for that. I'll be speaking about burnout prevention and what we can do to better our mental health at that mental health symposium. And also on, save the date, for October 24th, I will be hosting, some of you attended last year virtually, my growth mindset and self-care summit. I will be hosting that in person this year, and it will be in Atlanta area of Georgia. So that's Friday, October 24th. So save the date for that, and I will be getting information out very soon about registering. Okay. So I wanted to share with you all today, since it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and if you take notes, this would be a good mental health moment to take notes. If you're driving, please don't take notes, obviously. So you can always listen to the replay on Dr. Nekeshia Hammond YouTube if you can't take notes. But this is a good one to kind of just jot down a couple of things, hopefully easy, practical things that you can start implementing in your life. So one of the things that I hear all the time, well, two things actually. Yes, two of the things that I hear most often when I talk to different groups, when I'm traveling different communities and talking about how important self-care is either one, actually the number one thing that I hear is people saying they have a lot of guilt about taking the time for themselves. And actually, in the last couple mental health moments, we talked about that having guilt-free rest, which is important. But I hear that number one. And then the second thing I hear is I don't have enough time, right? Because we're all busy and I get it. So today we're talking about three just daily habits that you can think about to improve your mental health. So, because of that, again, maybe feeling guilt or maybe feeling like you don't have enough time, I'm going to give you a couple of hopefully short things or things that don't take a lot of time. So, the first thing is to think about if you thought about your day as far as your morning, your afternoon, and your evening routines, whatever that looks like, right? It's so fascinating to me because it's the little things that you tweak sometimes in your day, in your daily habits that can help you in your mental wealth and wellness, your mental health and wellness journey. So one of the things to think about is your morning routine, right? And making those tweaks. A couple of questions that you can think about asking yourself, and again, this doesn't need to take like 20 minutes here, right? Just quick things for you to get into the mindset, to work on training, retraining your mindset. One is to ask yourself, just ask yourself, like, in one word, how would you describe how you're feeling? Right. So you may wake up and say, like, your one word might be like tired, right? We all wake up sometimes and we're like, we're tired. Or your one word, you may say happy. Maybe you're having a great day, feel happy. Or you feel what? You feel grateful, or you feel sad, or you feel anxious, or whatever emotion or whatever feeling comes to mind is something hopefully you get into the habit of thinking about when you wake up. Like, how am I feeling today? Right? That one word. The second thing is asking yourself, what can I control today? There's a lot of parts that, have you guys, let me ask you guys, and let me know in the chat if this is true for you. It's definitely true for me. Have you all ever had a day where, like, on paper, your schedule or what you thought was gonna be, whether it's work or, maybe if you have kids or if you have grandkids or if you have a friend and family meeting or whatever it is you had that day, you saw on paper, like, you saw, or maybe your phone or wherever your schedule is, you saw what your day was supposed to look like. But then all these other things popped up, and at the end of the day, you were like, that is not how my day was gonna, well, that is not the way I thought my day was gonna look. So let me know in the comments. Just write yes if that is you. Like, you've had days where you wake up, you look at the calendar, or you look at your phone, or you look at your, wherever you have your schedule at, and you think your day is gonna go a certain way, but then your day is not anywhere what you thought it would be. So let me know. Just put yes in the comments if you've had that experience where you're like, what just happened here? Right. And the reason why I'm asking you this is because it is hard sometimes. There are a lot of things that are outside. Someone say, yep. Yes, on time tonight. Um, because the reality is, like, there's a lot of things that we just cannot control. The beginning, was it this year or last year? The years are blending into each other, y'all. I don't even know. I think it was maybe this year or late last year or something like that. There was just a time period where I had like 3 or 4 flat tires within like a couple months. I'm like, what are the chances? I feel like every minute I'm like, what am I driving over in the road? What is going on, right? Of course, that you have a flat tire, for example. That's going to completely throw your day off. Like, what you thought you were going to get done, it's like, nope, now you got to deal with this and that, right? Like, we all have stuff like that. But what I want you to be asking yourself, so remembering that, of course, but what I want you to ask yourself is in the morning also, what is it that I can control today? Because we can probably think of like 300 things that we can't control, but what is it that you can? So, again, the first question is like a check in with yourself, asking yourself one word. You don't have to do, unless you have time, you don't have to do like a 20-minute like journaling session, but unless you have the time to, but asking yourself one word, how are you feeling? Right. And then the second thing to ask yourself is, what can I control today? And that could literally be depending on where you're at and what season of your life you're in, or what things you're going through. You may be like, okay, I'm in a dark season right now, and the only thing I can control is my attitude today. Okay, you can control that. Or you might say, I can control what I'm choosing to eat for breakfast. Okay, like, yes, you control that, right? Um, You can't control what's happening if you're, you know, maybe you have a toxic work environment or you have someone that is just difficult to deal with, like a difficult coworker or whomever, right? We can't control other people around us, but there are things in your day you can control, like your attitude, like your mindset, like your what you ate for breakfast, like little things sometimes. Those count too. So that's the second thing to ask yourself in the morning. And then the third thing to ask yourself is, what am I looking forward to today? And again, man, you know, I totally get like it's just depending on what season you're in, sometimes it's harder to see things that we look forward to. But I just want to encourage you, even if you're in a dark season right now of your life, that there's always light, always. And it doesn't have to be huge, big things that you're looking forward to. It can just be something really small. Like maybe you're looking forward to, you know, just being able to get out of bed that day. Or maybe you're looking forward to talking to someone you care about on the phone, or, like it could be little things count too. But again, making that a daily habit of thinking about, okay, what am I looking forward to today? If you said, I look forward to just taking a walk outside, that counts, right? Doesn't have to be major things all the time. Thanks very much. Thanks so much for joining here. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. Okay, so we went through the morning thing. So hopefully you got to jot that down. And like I said, if you are driving, please don't take any notes, obviously, while you're driving, or if you're just not in a space or you just don't feel like taking notes, it's all good. Right. Just watch the replay on YouTube. It's all good. So those are a couple of questions to be asking yourself in your morning routine, if you will. They literally take not even a couple minutes, right? But it's about getting into a different mindset, which you can control. The second part of your day, like say like the afternoon time, is a really great time to practice pausing. Because it's really easy for us to get caught up in our day, whatever it is your day looks like, and not take the time for us. So you all, for those of you who are not new to mental health moment, I preach and I follow this too. I live my life by this too, but to have what I call take a minute, right? A minute, because I get we're busy. So this 60 seconds out of your day, if you need to set an alarm on your cell phone that says take a minute, then do that. But in sometime in the afternoon, practice taking a pause. What that pause looks like is, what is it that brings you joy? If it is taking that step outside and like, or taking a walk, if it is maybe just taking the time to listen to something that's positive for you. Maybe there's a podcast or something something's positive. Maybe it's something you're just maybe scrolling online, but it's something positive and uplifting. You're bringing that into your world. Taking some deep breaths, extremely underrated and so helpful for your mind and body, right? Like there's a lot of things that you could be doing to make sure that you're working on practicing the pause. Extremely important. This is a mental health moment that you really should be taking some notes. And again, if you're not able to for whatever reason right now, then just watch the replay on Dr. Nekeshia Hammond YouTube page and make sure to jot these things down, because in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, I really wanted to get you all like practical strategies. I feel like every book I've ever written, yeah, every book I've ever written, I try to give practical strategies. I get it. I know we're all busy, but there's still things we can do to take care of ourselves. Okay. The last thing as I wrap up here, the last part of your day, right, is at night. So, and these things, by the way, the tips that I've been giving you today, if you want to switch it up and say, you know what, actually, I want to do this part in the morning, or I want to do this part in the afternoon, evening, it's all good. This is your day. But this is how you can add in more self care. But at night, you can practice your gratitude at night. And whether you like to write things down, if you're like, I want to write down 3 things I'm grateful for, that counts. If you want to just think about 3 things you're grateful for, that counts too. And what I actually started, when did I start that? I think I started it. Yeah, I think I started May 1st actually for Mental Health Awareness Month. What I started is in my phone, what I do is pull up the notes, but whatever note type of app where you can just put something in really quick. And at the end of each day, I'm doing this for this month, and maybe I'll just continue after Mental Health Awareness Month. I'll put in at the end of the day, I'll kind of check in and say, okay, what was my win today? And when I say win, because I strongly believe you all that you should be celebrating your small wins too, that counts. So a small win, a large win, all of it matters. It's about it's about changing your mindset. It's about working on being in a place of gratitude. No, it doesn't make all your problems go away, but it allows you to see the world differently. And I one of the things I promise you is that when you look at the world differently through a different lens, it can be more beneficial for your mental health and your wellness and your physical wellness too, right? But it's when we tell ourselves a bunch of things that either are not true, or we live in a self-pity party, or we're dealing with some things and just like over and over telling ourselves things, negative things about us, negative things about situations, like that stress. Have you guys seen the research on stress? That stress, it does a lot to your mental health and your physical health when we're harboring all of that. So that is why gratitude, for example, is just one of the ways you can think about getting into a different mindset. And it's fun to celebrate. Some people are like, all that positive thinking stuff, it doesn't work for me. And it's like, it mm, a gratitude practice, whatever that looks like for you. Again, it does not solve all your problems. It's not curing anything. But if you, hopefully, because you're listening to Mental Health Moment, if you're working on getting into a better mindset, if you're working on taking care of yourself, there's plenty of research that shows when you like deep breathing and gratitude and mindfulness and taking the time to work on your mental health, work on your physical health, work on being healthier, right? There's a ton of research on that. I won't bore you with all the research, but there's a ton of research on that. And though it does take you taking that first step, right? So that's why I'm giving you, some of these strategies today for you to be thinking about and saying, how can I make these tweaks? How can I make these changes? Because the little changes matter too. I promise you that. It really, really does matter too. So I leave you with those, sort of three tips. If you think about again your morning, your afternoon time, and your evening or nighttime, and just again adding in those couple of things, asking yourself those questions, working on shifting your mindset. Sometimes no matter what you do on your own, maybe it's just too difficult. And you're like, man, I've been trying different self help things. I've tried self help books. I've tried podcasts. I've tried all these things. And it's just too, whatever it is that you're going through is just too much. You may have to reach out to a mental health professional. And that is okay to do that. And I strongly say that, especially this month, Mental Health Awareness Month, because I get it. I know the stigma about having a therapist and having a mental health professional, but know that you can become stronger. You can work through whatever it is that maybe you're having difficulties on your own working through. You're allowed to thrive. You're allowed to be emotionally healthy. You're allowed to have joy. You're allowed to have those things. And sometimes it means talking with a coach or a mental health professional or someone to help you get through. That is allowed. You are allowed. You don't have to do everything on your own. So I just wanted to share that for someone that needed to hear that today. Thanks so much for joining here. Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. Okay, so as I'm wrapping up, remember, let me put it in one more time for those of you who are just tuning in. So hopefully that goes through. And of course, yeah, it doesn't go through to LinkedIn. Sorry, LinkedIn people. I don't know why my comments only go to YouTube and Facebook. It looks like on my end anyhow. But mindresetchallenge.com. Go to mindresetchallenge.com. You can download a free 30-day mind reset challenge, if you will, which gives you, so today I gave you a couple, like morning, noon, night, some things to ask yourself, things to do. But on there for 30 days. And again, it doesn't matter. I know today is already the 6th. It doesn't matter where you start. It's meant for Mental Health Awareness Month, but if you start today, right, on the 6th, it's all good. That can be your day 1 or day 6 or however you want to do it. But it's just important to, again, be in that mindset, taking the steps. It's absolutely free. It's a free download. You get the toolkit. You can see what to do and follow along. And remember, on Mondays for the month of May, I'll be live on Dr. Nekeshia Hammond, which is my personal social media pages: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. I'll be live on all of those platforms. If you have questions about the Mind Reset Challenge, or if you just want to come hang out and just be in a space where you can be supported, be in a space where you can be inspired and uplifted. We all need that. There's a lot going on in the world. Um, but I'm doing that as a gift to the community for Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm wrapping up. I hope that everything you learned on today's mental health moment, you'll really take it, start to implement it daily into your life. Again, it's not something that's going to take you like 3 more hours out of your day. Most of us don't have an extra 3 hours, but just little things that you can do throughout your morning, throughout your afternoon, and throughout your evening. So yes, so please utilize these tips in your life. And I will be back. Have an amazing rest of your week. If you're going to meet me for the Mind Reset Challenge, I'll also be live on Monday, next Monday, at 7 p.m. Eastern on Dr. Nekeshia Hammond social media pages. So I will be back here next week and hope to see you soon, and have an amazing week and take care of yourselves. Bye, you guys.